That's why. There we go. Issue solved.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay!
All right. Yeah, I'm just finishing up some preparations here just for the screen. I already see that we have Rustan in world. Mary Shark, DJ Rabbit is here. Mohedi.
All right, got all the Twitter posts made. It's good to take like the first 5 minutes just to send out all the posts. Oh, I love these emotes.
Yes, for sure.
These are too cute. Mary, you're too cute, Mary. Oh my gosh, and Rustan in that new, what emote is it? It is the WAP? No, move in like Bernie. That, oh my gosh, Rustan, I just understood the reference. Sin, you're too young. You won't know what that means. But I bet Rustan does.
I don't think it's very fair how, like, you know the OG stuff, but you've also have infiltrated the millennials and Gen Z.
Yeah, I know. It's not fair. It's not fair. That, gosh, how do I even explain the dance that Rustan is doing right now to you youngins? Because it's not gonna sound very good, and I wish Rustan was here. So hopefully he can hear us in world. But that's a dance of Bernie is somebody who died, but the people he's with want his money, and so they carry him around all weekend on this fun, fancy vacation, pretending like he's alive. So I think they must do a dance with him, and that's why like Rustan's dance is it's like that of a dead guy. It's Weekend at Bernie's, like one of the funniest movies that came out of the 1980s in my mind.
Yes, the good old 1900s.
Oh, I can make this. I think I can make this emote even better. So let's see. Oh yes, it is funny to infiltrate both, because I'll tell you what, like if I hear 6-7 one more time, I'm not even gonna crash out. I'm gonna like spontaneously combust. Like the 6-7, it's so much more powerful than the 6-9. I'm sorry, like with this generation, they don't even know what 6-9 is, but 6-7 is goated.
I'm literally like surprised cat face right now. They don't know 6-9. Do they even know the why is 6 afraid of 7 joke? Hold up.
Oh gosh, yeah, but if you I can't even keep up with them.
You should tell them the why is 6 afraid of 7 joke. Might blow them away.
Yeah, I think I did maybe like 10 years ago.
Did you blow them away? Were they like, whoa?
I did.
The wordplay.
Rustan wants to know what 6-9 is. You know what? I'll explain it to you when you're older, Rustan. Okay? Just stay in your little aura farming era.
You're right. Welcome Gabriel and welcome JK. I just saw that they that they pulled up to the space. Hello. And when I'm making these shoutouts, they pulled up in the world. We see them on Decentraland. Let's see. On the space here, we have Harmony. Welcome, Dr. Drip. Good morning, my brother. Judas, Metal Wolf, and Fiddy. I thought I saw Fiddy in the world, or was I tripping just now when I thought I did? Maybe I was tripping. And welcome Silvio, welcome Scat Lion, welcome Vita TV. Let's see who else. Welcome MetaFox Crew and ALF. Welcome, welcome. Wait, am I reading the right list?
That sounds pretty accurate.
Oh, because like I don't.
Uh-oh, you cut out. Are you talking? Oh, there you are.
You found me?
Yeah, you cut out for a second. You just like stopped.
Oh, don't tell me my phone is doing that dog shit again, where like if it turns off or it goes into rest mode, like my mic just goes away. And I hate Twitter. We need our very own Decentraland space software thing.
Yeah, we do, but boy, I mean, it's gonna take some while to work it out. We had the DCL cast, and that was really powerful. Like when it worked, it was a super solution to so many different like streaming things that people have asked for. But man, when it didn't work, which was like pretty much the first 4 times that Oddjob and I tried to use it, we looked like we didn't know what we were doing, and it was like, you know, we're using it for educational purposes, like trying to teach people back when we had our CD Decentraland, or what was it, the Dead Reckoning grant. You know, but we were like, we want to use the tools that Decentraland gives us. Like, if this is what they've, if this is, who knows how much time and hours and money, manpower went into developing that. For it to not 100% work with fidelity. Hopefully they'll do something like that in the future that works. Because I mean, voice chat is something everybody's, you know, constantly asking for. Like, there's a new user recently who was in Decentraland for a long time and left and came back. They're like, I'll just use the voice chat option. I'm like, no, no, you won't. Not for a while. Sin, are you talking? Maybe it's just me. Can anybody else hear Sin talking? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're there, Sin. Why don't you send me a DM real quick? Oh, there we go. Okay, test. Are you there now?
Silly Canessa, you know Twitter is dog shit, and my audio obviously cut off, so I left.
Ruston says you were censored, so if you could speak favorably about X and how good it is, that would be appreciated.
Maybe if they partner with Decentraland.
Oh, I don't know about that. But I see 50 has come up. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. How are you, 50?
Do I have to press something? Does this work?
Yes, it does.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for letting me talk.
Good.
All I really needed to ask you, Canessa, are you doing some class for a first-time builder? Is that what I heard?
Yes, yes, I am. I make this Tuesday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully, that is like a time that works for people. Yeah,
9,
just
9
definitely.
o'clock for us.
Yeah, Pacific time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's all I really. Thanks. Um,
yeah,
that's all I really needed to know. I just figured out I have to get started building because nobody can work with me or something. I can't find anybody to build with, so I'll have to do everything myself. But that's fine.
yeah. I mean, I hear you. I hear you. Like,
Well, not for free. Nobody will.
yeah,
Like I have close personal friends that work in 3D, and then it just comes down to money. Like, how much money am I going to make? Oh, well, I can make way more money doing this over here, so I'm not going to build in Decentraland. So or help you or do anything. So yeah, it's tough with 3D artists are the top of the food chain or something, because I just, you know, they're the most in demand people.
yeah. And in a 3D world, that is like you have to have some kind of 3D presence. I mean, you could just throw up a screen in the build, I guess, but beyond that, like you do need to have that is the canvas that we're
Yeah, I just in general in the world right now, I think it's always been like that. I mean, it's hard to find a 3D artist who's not working or something, who's unemployed, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thanks. I might have to run to do an errand, so that's why I wanted to pop in right now really fast. And then, so thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you did.
I'll see you then. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I think that like all of us were at the point where I know every one of us probably has needed like 3D modeling skills to do something in Decentraland. I remember just feeling, well, like giving up on Decentraland in 2019 because I was like, I don't know how to use the SDK toolkit, and like
there's no
stupid.
tutorial on YouTube like everything else.
Yeah, or like there's stuff, but man, if you don't have any building experience, that's just going to go right over your head. Or like some people can get it, and they're just not to say they're smarter than me, but like man, that's there
Some
are all
people,
different people.
it's like playing guitar. Some people are really good at it day one for some reason.
Yeah.
No, luckily I've tried to build maps for years in video games, and I always go way over the limit. I'm too ambitious. I put too many triangles or whatever. I'm always way over the limits and nothing will render. But I also used to put logos in what was it, the 4D? There was that program called something 4D, and like what you can do in Blender now. So I have actually like rendered out 3D logos and then put them in After Effects, like in the past.
Nice.
Like a long
Well,
time
that's pretty big. I mean, that's pretty intimidating for like a new user trying to do that. So you've got some, skills to get that.
Yeah. No, I love making maps. I go crazy. So that's probably more my problem. But I'm comfortable with taking classes. I like tutorials too. So, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna go for real. Bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of different ways to learn. There's YouTube. There's Chat GPT. You can bug people in the DMs. I think that like with my background as a teacher, I think I understand like just how to break down tasks way more efficiently. I think that there is a benefit of learning from somebody that is not the quote unquote expert. Like I was an amazing math teacher because I struggled in math. But when I went to try to teach my students English, I struggled because I'm like, how come you don't understand, passive voice? Like, How can you not hear what this character is saying, or how can you not like wordsmith this better? And I really struggled. So like I think that when you have to find alternate ways to solve a problem, like teaching, quadratic equations, like you get better at re-explaining that to people. And I've wanted to do like little classes, tutorials for a long time, because there are great tutorials out there done by like who I would call the masters. However, like I've sat in some of those tutorials for Decentraland, like building, and the master who's doing it goes at their speed, and they like, there was one time where they missed a tiny little step, and it was like, at this point now it's like muscle memory. I just you do it and it's no problem at all. But they didn't say what they were doing, and they just went really quick, and it was like that was an absolute roadblock for me. That was like a brick wall hitting that, because I'm like, what did they just do? What key did they just hit? And so like I think being slower, I do speak really slow, like and I'll like continue to do that, because I think also people learning like people with English is not their first language. It does take just time. Oh yeah, there's like a lot of processing that the brain does. It has to hear the word goes into the the brain. It has to be perceived as the meaning. It has to go back out like, okay, that's what that word is. So I don't know, I just I think that there's a lot of classes out there to learn from, but my visual learning style, I think, just, I don't know, might help some people. And then if not, there's lots of other places to learn. So Harmony, I hope to see you there. I'm gonna hunt down the answer to your question. Yeah. Sin, you can listen on recording, because I want to see you build something.
Yes,
now that you're an established.
yes. Yeah, definitely. I mean, after this space or something, we definitely have to get you set up to stream to the server, and so that you can be ready for Tuesday. And yes, I'll be on. I'll watch the recording. Go ahead. I think I saw your mic on mute.
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah, that sounds good.
Crap. What was I gonna mention? Oh yeah, like also, I mean, in the past, and you have been a part of this, Ganessa. In the past, I mean, I've heard a lot of great feedback from the sessions you did with Mr. J. Stickle, like last year. I think those have helped a lot of people, like especially within that, like what you just mentioned about like how the pro will go at their own step, and then there'll be like this little tiny step that just like will be a make it or break it for you. But like with like working with Mr. J. Stickle, like he goes slow and very detailed explanations as well, so that the new user does not miss like in a very important small step.
Yeah, well, and also just like with the the formal training and pedagogy, like just understanding how the brain works, and like you can't, like anybody that just comes in and does a donut tutorial, like that is a giant ask to tell your brain to remember all of that quickly. But yet, like time and time again, that's what we hear people do. So I feel like we just need to slow it down and like walk before we can run. And then from there, from like understanding just basic 3D skills, the sky is the limit. But there's different learning styles. There's a reason why people that are I don't know, good at math, like they have very similar traits. And I used to give all of my students a test at the beginning of the school year, and all of my staff too, and all of us, we would take it, and it was to find your different learning styles. And I swear to you, like in my room of life skills special education, so it was people with learning disabilities, emotional behavioral disorders, autism, Down syndrome, pretty much a very wide spectrum. But the one common thing that I saw is that we were visual learners, like across the board. The data show that we see things and learn better that way. And then there was one anomaly, and they were like a mathematical thinker, and Luis. And I was like, dude, you don't belong here. Like, you gotta get out of here. You're one of the different ones. And he was so good at math, and like when I tested him, he actually tested like to hit the criteria for genius. Like 130 IQ is what Mensa considers genius, 130 and higher. And so I'm like, it makes sense. You're a genius. Like your brain works different. And so I just think that some people that maybe can get coding, like the numerical mathematical aspect of that, they're wired different. Like, I want to see it. Like, if somebody teaches me the guitar, I'm going to visualize the notes like in 3D form, not like hear them. So yeah, I think like there's so much we all have to do here. There's so much that we can build. So I want to keep seeing our friends build. There's some cool shit out there. Like you, Sin, I want to see you build, because you made a piece of art for the Art Week collaborative installation. So now you are an established artist.
I am an established artist. Rustan and Wilson did not help me one bit. Yeah, I can say I did it all by myself. So yeah, I mean, definitely, I do want to dabble in there. I really do. But okay, so like, as someone that doesn't, every time I see everything not working, and it's like, when it comes down to it, it's like, oh, it's a creator hub issue. It's like, does that really inspire me to want to jump in? Like, or when I hear of headaches of friends like, oh, my scene doesn't work, and then all of a sudden, oh, I just had to start a new scene and redo the whole thing. Now it works. Like,
I don't know. I mean, there's like, I get frustrated when stuff doesn't work. Absolutely. But I think that like, if it worked perfectly all the time, I would grow bored with it. I'd be like, all right. I mean, there's plenty of stuff I've done that I'm just like, all right, that's like, I mastered it. It's fine. Like, I'm done. But I think that like the constant like reimagining the processes, like you have to like stay sharp. I don't know. I think that kind of, not that it keeps us going. I certainly don't want shit to break when it doesn't have to. But I think just like, I love learning. Like, I love learning. So when I can't learn anymore, then I'm like gonna look for that next thing.
what I'm getting out of here, Canessa, and I don't know if there's some flags being risen here. You rather be angry and frustrated than bored.
Well, boredom breeds creativity. I think like if the frustration is hopeless, then yeah, that's not good. But if the anger and frustration leads to creative solutions, then like, oh my gosh, you did it. Like, I used to celebrate failures in my classroom. I had a bucket for our 3D printer, because if anybody's ever 3D printed, like 10 years ago, it was not a piece of cake. It was freaking impossible. But I put on that bucket the quote, "We learn more from our failures than our successes." Because like, if you do something and it works the first time, you don't learn that much. But if you fail and you have to find another way to do it, you learn more. So like, I don't know. I mean, just with special education, most of my students, they're really good at failure, because that's what the entire world expects them to fail all the time, and their parents and their teachers. And so I tried to like change the narrative that failure is not something to be like afraid of. In the Creator Hub, like if it's a foundation issue and it's like something that could have been avoided, yeah, that's annoying. I mean, that's like, sometimes you got to step away and touch some grass. Big time.
For sure. Oh man, and I can't believe you pulled out the 2010s 3D art reference, like bucket reference here, because yes, I do remember all my friends trying to 3D print in those times, and they were. I guess going back, they were frustrated. Yes, they were frustrated. And jump forward to 2025, they're building full blown like Mandalorian helmets. So maybe there's some truth to this, Kanessa. I'm gonna study you.
And back in those days, of course, you print the test. You know, like the first thing that you print is a boat, because it like is it like comes with the template. You print the boat, you print a figurine, and then like obviously the next thing is to go for like a full on Black Panther mask, and like it or a Yondu mohawk. That one failed horribly. You know, so I should have walked before I ran, but I was never very good at that. And now I'm like, okay, there's obvious pieces why that failed, or like there's obvious reasons why it failed. You know, like the further out that you get from the core, like there's warpage and stuff. But I don't know, like I kind of believe that like the people that are building into Decentraland are the ones that are like, you gotta be okay with a little bit of what is it, jury rigging, like figuring it out on your own, patching it up, and if not, then like there's really good places to build elsewhere that are, you know, just kind of drag and drop seamless experiences. But I don't know, I think like, I guess talk to me next time I'm like yelling at the builder, and I might have a different answer. But yeah, so far we've been able to figure out all the problems and find solutions for them.
You're right. You're right. Like I did mention, I don't know if I mentioned it in the space last week, or like if it were like in a conversation. Like I do want to convert the Mew building to SDK 7.
Yeah, you know what? Like that, I think primarily was a blend file, which I could send to you and you could import into the Creator Hub, which would then put it into SDK 7. So I think that would be pretty easy. Trying to think, we didn't even have any fancy animations back then. That was pre-animation time. So
Yes.
yeah.
Could you imagine a world without before custom emotes, Kanessa?
Yeah, it was still fun. Like it was still a great time. You just found other ways to express yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I mean, like, you know, the 2021 hype happened before a lot of the cool things that we have today on Decentraland. Like, I wonder if a lot of those users came flooding back. Like, what would they say about Decentraland from like compared to their previous experience of the platform to now? Like, I think there may be some positive things. Of course, like, you know, there are we still have our pain points and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it would be such a different world. I was going through old videos on my phone, and I was like looking at some of the videos that, you know, that I took a long time ago, and it's like, wow, it was so different, yet it was magical in its own way. Like I think you gotta either bring the magic or make the magic, though. You don't just find it without some effort, I think.
Yes, for sure, for sure. That aspect remains the same. And okay, I see we have like around 13 people here on the X space. I just want to remind everyone to like and retweet the space, as well as even join us on Decentraland. We're all hanging out at La Cantina on Decentraland, coordinates -150, 93. And we have a whole group of us in here. So, you know, if you'd like to kind of join in on the conversations, hang out with friends in a digital setting, you're more than welcome to. Once again, we are at coordinates -150, 93.
And I just want to welcome She Fi friends. There is art throughout the build. Some of it you gotta like find, and so somebody, yeah, had a hard time finding their art, so I like sent them a picture of where it was. So feel free to wander through the build to find that. And Ms. Joe, hello, hello. She is the Shi-Fi Decentraland community lead, so it's so awesome to see everything that the Shi-Fi friends are doing. And then I see it in the comments. There was just posted a map. I'm going to post it right here at the top. And this is MetaWolf. You're amazing. This is the land that MetaWolf is giving out to Shi-Fi grads to build on. That's just amazing. And I think we filled it up. So I know I have land. I can get, do the same thing. It's kind of cool that they're all together. So it would be neat to find another like little plot of land to put everybody. Really cool, really inspiring, and I think when we see one person build and then another, it's like contagious. It does kind of spread like that. So very cool to see everybody building. And you had your first events this week, Ms. Joe. So I'm gonna look forward, put them on the schedule for next week as well.
Am I hearing that we need to start buying out the land around Meadowwolf? Are we gonna have a secondary, like Sheepi village?
We should surround surround Meadowwolf. I think we need a bridge to to CBD land. Let's see, how far would we have to go? Oh, that's at coordinates like 74, and we would have to get to 136. So I already told you I'm not good at math, but we might need like a 60 parcel road so we can connect them. But if we did, oh my gosh, that would be pretty cool. So, and it's by Bosun Boulevard. Oh, we're gonna have to build up. We're gonna have to buy a Bosun.
I'll send them an email. Hey, let us buy all your land for like $500, like the whole parcel. You're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, or they could update to SDK 7, get that most beautiful water in Decentraland working again. That would be awesome. But we take what we can get.
Yeah, yeah, we can't all just have what we want. Not everyone uh is inspired is as inspired as us for this group.
Yeah,
I see Alexana down there in the listeners. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
I got to hang out with Alexandra in the amazing Hayabusa build for Art Week and got some video. And that place is like so cool and relaxing, and just I don't know, it was just crazy to push all the buttons, have different emotes, different ways to interact happen. So thank you, Alex. I don't know if you're Alex for short. I had an Alexa friend, and they were Alex for short. So Alex.
Oh, I like her name a lot. And thank you so much for pulling up to La Cantina on the Central End. I just seen that you have popped in. Really appreciate your time. And let's see here in the listeners also. I see he knows my dog. So good to see he knows. Big shout out to the party fam. We that reminds me. I need to send this stream out to party.
There's some chatter in world about the wearables, the the unminted accounts, basically like sniping everything up and then relisting them below the floor price. Real interesting to see that, and yeah, I don't know, pretty different, I gotta say.
Pretty different. Yeah, those the We certainly, you know, over time we have gotten nice things, and we've all been taking all the nice things away due to malicious actors. I guess in a way it's like it's expected. Now, now it's now the ball is on our side, or the Decentraland side of the court, for them to implement some anti-bot methods. I mean, for a lack of like knowledge, I guess, like I still seem to go back to like something we talked about, like I think it was maybe last month or like few spaces ago, few weeks ago, about like maybe even just having a tiered system for those free marketplace credits. It's like you log in as a new user, you can still use marketplace credits, but you'll earn, I don't know, 10. You'll earn 10 marketplace credits a week. Um, and then like for it to kind of like how it trickles into like the malicious actors, it's like, okay, well, they'll have to price their wearables for like 10 mana or whatever, or however much the person can collect it, or the bot can collect in a month. And it'll be less of a payout, because I don't know, I've seen like wearable minted out $800, profit for this person, and then right under another $700 profit for this person.
Yeah, a lot of it just doesn't. The purchasing patterns don't align with previous purchasing patterns. When a new wearable is created, usually, usually there's some sales, but like it's very rare that a new wearable immediately sells out, even by some of our, I would say, like most like reputable creators. And so when something immediately sells out, it just it raises the it raises the eyebrows, but it raises the red flag. I actually got like banned because I logged in on multiple accounts during art week to check the build, because I have like the art, or I have the parcel of land on different addresses. And so I just realized like I wasn't having any like daily rewards or anything, and I couldn't see my marketplace credits, but I was too busy to like I don't care, I'm just going to deal with this later. So then yesterday I was like, I like, it's not working for me. And then Kazi in the DMs was like, well, you've been flagged as like, using IP on multiple accounts. And I'm like, well, I'm not sure how to avoid that, because some of the, challenges are like sit in Genesis, or, stay in Genesis Plaza, or like visit 2 different scenes for 5 minutes. And it's like, I didn't work to get that. I just got it because it's like a passive reward. So I was like, clearly you can see I didn't claim anything, because I made sure that, because it still pops up on your screen, and I'm like, oh, a reward. But I was like, no, I'm on my alt, I'm not going to claim that. So yeah, he got me back going again. But it was, I mean, I was glad like that they actually do have some kind of constraints, I guess, at the very minimum.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you definitely bring up a good point. Like, stand on this scene for 2 minutes, bang, marketplace credits. Click on 3 profiles, bang, marketplace credits. Perhaps if it's like something, maybe like yeah, like challenges that are more human like. I don't know. I don't know how to word it here. Yeah, like
Yeah,
more natural things. Go ahead.
let's see, like, so if you jump into Decentraland on 3 separate days, you could hit that target and not even know, or like not even try. Attend 2 events for at least 5 minutes. Oh, snap a photo emoting with somebody. That one is a little bit more like intentional. Like if I'm just jumping in testing my land, that's not probably not going to happen. And then explore the scene at 6055, which I think I've tried, and I can't. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't spawn me in there or something. I got to figure that out. But I think somebody had a good idea of like why not use names, like minted names versus unminted names? Um, like you could still get the rewards if you have an unminted name, but maybe it's like 1 or 2 mana each. But if you have a minted name, it's like 10 or 20 mana. Because then it would have
Yeah,
the ability to having a name.
yeah, or like I mean I like that, and even like another thought within that same idea, like instead of like the you just receive more, maybe like it's like the minted name multiplies your rewards. And then it's like you have land, another multiplication, multiples, I don't know, added to that.
So like an ice poker multiplier.
Oh God. Yes, 45%. I have 45% wearable. I'm looking to delegate. Can you do 2x a day, Vanessa?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean I like triggered myself right there. I gotta go.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the teardrop just come down all of a sudden. Like it's like you got
Oh.
excited and then you're like, oh, I made myself sad.
Yeah. I have a DG hoodie, and I just want to throw that thing out every time I see it in the wash. I'm like, oh, that I was so excited to get this, and I guess it's a good reminder. Just don't follow me for financial advice, or like it's a reminder myself, when you think something's a good idea, probably just run, probably just log off.
Vanessa, I will follow you to the end of the earth when it comes to creatives.
Speaking of creatives, so we talked a little bit about um, the little basic class I'm going to do. We've got the hackathon coming up. We've got Fright Night creators. Like those have already been chosen, but then we've got, I think, the deadline for Music Fest passed. But we have the hackathon, and then I don't know if they're going to do, if Foundation's going to do anything for Christmas, but it's kind of like people are lined up right now for some really intense creativity here. I know Lastrom's also doing a class. Mr. J, I think, just wrapped up the creator series, and then Dr. Krillo has office hours. Who am I forgetting for classes teaching people stuff? I feel like there's somebody else, but
Vanessa,
yeah,
that
me.
that's what you're forgetting.
Oh, I think I felt, yeah.
You're like,
I
I'm already included.
well, yeah, like I think that I think for anybody that wants to learn, like, go to these different classes, find the person that's got like the learning style or the pace that you vibe with, like, and then, gosh, we're gonna see some crazy stuff.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And just a little detail about like Lastrom's series that will be getting kicked off here. Um, he will be hosting these events every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So this is very nice because I'll be able to attend these sessions, and who knows, maybe I'll get maybe get something out of it, like a little knowledge.
Yeah, and I mean, when I was talking to Dr. Krilla, I was like, hey, this is actually exactly how the brain needs to learn. It needs to learn, like, if I do Tuesday morning with like super basic, and then you have Wednesday to practice, and then you have Thursday, you have Dr. Krillo, you have Lastrom, like, that is actually how the brain wants to learn. Have 3 days like that. And then, then maybe they get homework on Thursday, and then Friday they spend doing that, and then take the weekend off. But really, like, that's some potential for just like building blocks, like hijacking our own brain's ability to be receptive to new information. Yeah, and I don't know what. Yeah, the hackathon there. Oh gosh, that's gonna be insane, intense. 12 days.
Hey guys, I had a quick question. You know if anybody's going to be doing any classes on anything with Unreal Engine?
I don't think so. I think that, like, just because Decentraland's Unity based, probably there wouldn't be, but I know there are some people here who build an Unreal Engine, you know, and have the tools, you know, their engine poly. They're not stuck.
Right,
They're
right.
not tied
I
to
just,
one.
I just set myself up for with the an hour a day curriculum for a 12-week thing, like 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, to where I can learn Unreal Engine within like 12 weeks.
Nice. That's insane. Wow.
I went on ChatGPT and I was like, here's what I want to do and here's what I want to involve. And I was like, I want to learn Unreal Engine for this purpose, and I want to use the integrations with AI and kit bashing from the beginning, from the most basics all the way until the end, where I can actually make an entire like presentation that would go in something an immersive environment like the OMSI in Portland or the Las Vegas Sphere in Las Vegas. At the end of the time, what you got for me, and include links and tutorials to video tutorials in the curriculum, and it like just spit me out this like printable, clickable freaking PDF of like the entire schedule Monday through Friday. And I was like, okay, good, done.
That's awesome. So is it ChatGPT going to teach you, or did it tell you like the class you should use?
It gave me the classes and like
Nice.
all the resources that I would need to do that, and then and gave me like a whole like an actual calendar with like the links on it to all the videos that I should watch like before I start working within the program.
That sounds like a winning recipe right there. Yeah. Get that like foundational knowledge under your belt. And then come back and tell us. Well, then you'll have to learn a little bit about Unity, and then come and tell us.
I know a little bit about Unity already, so
okay,
like, nice. And I know there's integrations between Unity and Unreal now that you can like, there's crossover stuff that you can do. Like there's in Unity, and they're able to transfer it over, so that's kind of cool. I'll figure that one out at the end of the 12 weeks.
That's
I'm really excited about it though. Like it's something that I've been wanting to do. So, like, and I got a new computer that's like just a freaking beast. I mean, it's beastly. It's like it's got like, I got a 580 card in it with like 96 gigs of RAM on the motherboard, and slapped it. It came with a 2 terabyte hard drive and a water cooled IQ system, but and it's got the i9 12,000 chipset with but I also slapped the other 4 terabyte Samsung 900 PCI bus card up on the motherboard, just for extra storage and like room to play and create. And it's all like LED lights and crazy, like, you know what I mean, all that shit. It's really pretty. It's got like a glass front case you can see inside of it. Pretty badass.
Oh, I know the kind you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like a take it off, start it up. Yeah.
I even have like the Steel Series speaker set with the subwoofer and the light up keyboards from Red Dragon and mouse with the LED lights on them.
Okay, I gotta tell you, there is a rug that you need to get. It's on Amazon for like $40, and I got it for my son, and it's got this cool vortex thing on it. But then when I got it, I didn't realize it's got LEDs in the rug, like around it. And so you're sitting there in this RGB LED rug in your RGB.
Yeah, I have a mouse pad like that has LED lights around it that does like, you hit the button, it changes the colors. Yeah, I got one from my favorite clothing line, Rage Nation Apparel, that I wear their shit. I have like 30 pieces of their clothing. They have an oversized like mouse pad thing, one of the big, like, it's a whole desktop, like it's huge. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. And then we wonder why we get distracted.
I know, right? Sometimes I just like to turn it on and just like sit at the desk and be like, this is so cool.
Yeah, like if you can't make it into the club, just turn your lights on.
Yeah, and I can play, when I play music, I can set the speakers where it'll pump to the beat of the music or whatever sound's coming through. It's pretty cool. It's like, I feel like a kid in a candy store every time I sit down in front of the computer.
Well, that's a good feeling. I mean, that's the feeling to aspire towards if you're gonna be like us and spend all day behind the computer, make it comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I got it because I wanted to work with deeper with Visions of Chaos and using visual tools besides, I mean, not so much AI, but like now I feel like I've hit my pinnacle with like what I can do with AI. Now I want to get into 3D. I want to take what I've learned from AI and prompting and like structuring and creating and molding and like getting like this idea of what I want to do, and I'm ready to like learn and put it into 3D. I mean, it's time. there's only so much you could do with AI until you get to the point where you're doing the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? It's like now I want to do something more fun with it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. It's fun.
Well, good luck. Keep us posted on the progress.
I will.
We love that you come in every once in a while, and you stay in the circle, the community. So
I try to. I go into Decentraland all the time. I'm always in there. Like I'm always lurking. I'm like always running around in there and like checking out, seeing what other people are doing with art and like what they're building and like the structures, like the landscape of things is really, really cool because like that gives me inspiration to what I can do for like with virtual worlds or like worlds that I can like be able to use for visuals for events and stuff. Because I'm starting to like, I'm getting clicked up with like a bunch of like techno DJs from Europe that need like the visuals for behind there, and using that as inspiration to like kind of create more and come up with ideas to like what I can put behind people. You know what I mean?
That's so cool. And I wonder if like specific events are kind of like accelerators as far as like creativity and kind of just like pushing the boundaries. I think Art Week, this past time and before that, when we try to push a bunch of new stuff and kind of have like everybody's building and creating at the same time, I think it definitely has that potential to just be like that fuel, that kerosene, to like ignite other people's inspiration. Like hopefully were you able to get into like the Art Week area the past 2 weeks?
A little bit, yeah. I saw some of the you talking about the one like all the stuff that people have been doing online and over in Decentraland?
Yeah, it's like the immersive area you can walk through.
Yeah.
You know you're there if there's like giant dandelion seeds flying through the air. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. That was one of the reasons why I was like I really need to start learning how to get in more immersive environments, like creating those. Because like what I'm doing with AI, it should be like somebody from I had a meeting with Jared from Nap 8 8 Nap Art, and he told me he was like if you could go and take the video work that you're doing and create it into 3D and like actually like get into an immersive environment and explore what's like going on inside those structures that you're making instead of like a zoomed out like animated version of it, like that would be key. And that just inspired me from that point of like I was like, all right, let me see what I can work out. You know what I mean? And that was like right, and then you guys had Art Week, and I got over and looked over there, and I was like, okay, all right, now it's time to figure this out right now. So yeah, so you guys totally inspired me, yes. And I'm going to Marfa too. I don't know if you know about Marfa, but I'm going this in like 2 weeks. I'm gonna be in Texas in the high desert. Artblocks.io has their 50th anniversary of doing Marfa. And Marfa is like this little teeny tiny town in the middle of Texas, like 2.5 hours outside of El Paso. You have to like drive down from the airport to even get there. And there's 21 art galleries in one little tiny town. There's all kinds of documentaries on it too. Like if you look on Netflix or on Prime and just put in Marfa, Texas, you'll find like all kinds of documentaries about the art that's been done there over the years and all this crazy stuff that goes on down there. So, yeah. But I'm going. It's literally like it's like the cabal and the Ricosophacy of like the Ethereum like art scene. It's like all the big people, all the like the biggest collectors and all the ETH whales and all the artists and stuff like that. Like 1,000 of us descend on this town once a year, and I've never been, so I'm going. I'm investing in coming down there. You know what I mean, and going to the event. I'm bringing a bunch of art to give away to stuff people, and I'm doing like photo prints and stuff like that. So it's gonna be amazing. It's kind of like the Burning Man of Web3, I guess, from what everybody told me.
Oh man, that exists.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Marfa. That's what Marfa is. It's like the burn without the burn, but it's like it's in the high desert, so you get that desert like that connection to the earth. But it's like instead of like everything being outside and big installations, it's more like 21 art galleries up and down the strip, and it's all within walking distance of each other. And there's art houses there, like where they do like events full of houses full of like art.
God, I bet I'd go there and be like, I don't want to leave. Like I love going to little art towns, like towns that actually have organic, like not just tourist kitschy art, but like towns that just have art for the sake of art.
That's Marfa. Like seriously, please look it up and like check it out. Like check the history of it. And like there's a guy here on X that like wrote it's called the Field Guide to Marfa. If you searched it for that on on X, like in the search box, you'll find it. This guy named Steve, and it's this great guide of like how to get there, what to do while you're there, what to check out, what to miss, you know what I mean, things like that. And he's been going for like every year. So he's he's a crypto punk, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of those people. So I just every space that I've been in that talked about it, it's just like talks about the connections that people they make with people and the spirituality behind it, and like how far it's furthered their career as an artist or like a collector or like, and just like because it's such a tiny town that you never know who you're standing next to in line, and making those connections and those conversations and like handing someone a piece of your art for free and just be like, here, this is for you. You know what I mean? Just because you're standing next to someone opens up the conversation with someone, and you never know who you're talking to. Like Beeple's going to be there, Jack Butcher's going to be there, you know, and like Denzel Sauce going to be there. All the big names, they're all going to be there. And I'm like, and so I've already RSVP'd already for everything. So I get to sit down next to Beeple in 2 weeks and like do art with him and talk to him.
Good. Okay, so like if you do that, I need to ask Beeple a question. I need him to get some contact information for my neighbor in Decentraland, who bought the first 10,000 days NFT for 69 mil. I need Metacoven to like come back to Decentraland and put that here, like he said he was, and like the guy.
I will mention it to Beeple, and Beeple already knows who I am. I was supposed to be out at North Carolina for the AI takeover, the first AI takeover, like the what was it, that battle thing that he did, but I got scheduled for surgery that same week that I was supposed to be there, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get the surgery done. So that's the only reason I didn't go meet him in North Carolina. But he knows who I am. He's commented on my stuff, and he actually had my art on his walls at the AI takeover thing. So he already knows who I am because you put my art on the walls. You know what I mean? So I'll definitely gonna get to sit down and say hi to him for a little while. So I'll mention that to him. I will.
Yeah, just tell him that like we need Metacoven to just open those DMs, and I wellness check. You know, I haven't heard from him since 2021. So,
right.
You know, just want to make sure he's doing okay. And
yeah, I'll let him know. I'll let people know. Seriously, like that. I would love to pass on that message. So yeah, it'd be really cool. I made some art for it too. It's in my pinned post. If you guys want to check it out, it's actually really cool, dude. I've been doing these 3D, what I call oracle cards, and I spin them around in circles, like, so it gets the front and the back in like this 3D look and on video. It's kind of neat. Like I want to do like a whole oracle card show in Decentraland, have them like floating in the air, be able to like grab them and spin them around and look at them and stuff like that. That's one of the things I want to do.
Yeah, I was thinking like it would have been cool to see an installation from you at Art Week, like maybe next year or something. But that'd be really cool to see.
Definitely next year, because I'm like ramping up to do like most amazing art of my life this next like 6 months. You know what I mean? So I'm like really working hard on it. So I'm excited.
Do you have somebody in World asked for the information about Marfa and the event? Do you have anything that you could
if you just go to Artblocks, the artblocks.io X account or artblocks.io website, it's right on the front page of the website. There's an RSVP button, and there's also a PDF guide of where it's at and like everything that's going on for the entire from the 16th to the 20th. So I know the best way to get there if you're coming from anywhere is to fly into El Paso and then rent a car from the airport and then drive down. It's 2.5 hours from El Paso down to Marfa. And like I said, the field guide that the guy Steve wrote, that actually has like the whole guide on how to drive down there and what not to miss on the way there and like what to look for and stuff. Because there's all kinds of really neat, cool stuff in the desert on the way down there. There's like this old Prada store that's not open, but it's a Prada store. It's like about 30 miles outside of Marfa, and everybody stops by there. And then one guy's doing like an AR interactive like wraparound thing with the Prada store from the 14th to the 20th. Like, and there's all kinds of weird like lore shit that goes on like on the drive down there with like you'll see like on the side of the freeway and stuff, and like the Valentine bar and like all kinds of cool stuff. So, yeah, so that's the best advice that I can give is like find that. And like look at the Artblocks website or the X account and yeah.
Well, that is amazing. And after you go, please come back and like give us the.
Somebody's trying to call me. There's no hotels in Marfa anymore at all. There haven't been for like 2 months. but there are like rooms and places outside of Marfa, like Alpine and Tumbleweed and other cities, like little tiny towns outside of it. They're like, but it's like a 15-20 minute drive to outside of Marfa to like get a place to crash at right now.
Nice. That sounds like that, like you said, that sounds like like Burning Man and
it's in the desert. I'm like, I haven't been back to the desert since 2007 at Burning Man. And I'm like, because of my brain surgery stuff and like not having ability to like deal with the heat down there. With here with Marfa, like, I can just go inside somewhere and sit in the AC. I'll be fine if I get too hot. I mean, that'll be safe for me. But like, so I'm really excited to be like back in like this desert environment, the high desert. It's like it's something down there is calling me, like spiritually wise. I feel like something's calling me. Like I need to be there this year. I don't know what it is, but I'll find it out when I get there.
Well, Chaz, be safe. Drink water. Bring
always,
an extra spare tire and coolant and all the shit when you're driving through the desert.
Right. I know.
And be safe and let us know how it goes. This sounds like we're all gonna live vicariously through you.
I will. I bring my whole camera system with me too. So I'm coming down like a day early, and I'm actually staying in Alpine at this it's a tiny house. It's converted from a cargo container house. So the spiral staircase goes to the roof, and it's off in the distance, like the first house where there's nothing else around it, and it's a little neighborhood of like cargo container houses. And I'm gonna be able to do like astrophotography on the roof from there for the night, and do like landscape, like long exposure stuff, like out in the desert before I even get to Marfa. So I'm like, cool. Yes. And AK Chamba is actually flying in from Phoenix to meet me at the airport on the 15th, and we're driving down together, and we're going to collaborate on a project together while we're in Marfa. So that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Well, have fun, man. That sounds like a just life, like core memories right there.
Yeah. Make plans for next year. Seriously. Like look it up and start making plans in like 3 months from next year, because then you get like a good house like right in the middle of Marfa and Airbnb or something. Like if I'm like, as soon as I get home, I'm gonna rent something for next year.
Yeah, you know what? We need like a DCL house. We can bring some.
Yeah.
It can be like like what was the MTV movie in like 1998 or 99? Like The Real House. Oh, I forget, but basically Jersey Shore of the Decentraland.
Oh, Real World.
Real World. Is that it? Ooh.
Yeah, they started in San Francisco. I actually was in there. I was in the Bay for that. And I actually knew I knew Puck.
No way.
Yeah, Puck was my friend, dude. I used to sell Puck dogs when he was at Real World. I was actually in a couple episodes in the first year when I was really young. I was like 19, 20 years old.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah. That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Kim, you came up. What do you think? Decentraland, Real World House, Mexico.
Oh my God, that's madness. I was just gonna say, Chaz, I want to see the photos you do. So if you do photos on the roof, there's the new gallery template you can use to just drop them all in World now.
That's
and
awesome.
I want to see. So yeah, there's a gallery.
I know I'm going to be using some of those for like to make skyboxes out of them. Because one of the things that it's on my agenda to learn and run real is like taking my actual photography of astrophotography and being able to make skyboxes and like in like environments with the sky of my actual photography of like astrophotography that I made.
Okay, I'm excited to see it when you're back.
Yeah, it's
that's
gonna
awesome.
Be, yeah.
We also do have Make that has come up to speak. What up, Make? How'd you wake up this morning? I know you had a late night.
We did have a late night. Good Lord. We were talking, Chaz, good luck in Marfa. I have a cousin who lives in Marfa. She's an artist, tattoo artist. Have a great adventure, my friend.
Awesome. That sounds awesome. Thank you. Hey, I gotta bounce because I gotta my friend's having a space and I gotta pop over here and talk to her. She just invited me, but thanks for having me up. Sorry I'm shooting your guys' ear off. I just was excited to catch up with you guys. But I'll be in touch when I get back. I'll be around more too. I'm not working as much anymore, so I'll be around.
Good
morning. Bye, Chaz. yeah, what a adventurous evening that was yesterday. And while we're talking about things breaking and fixing them, huge shout out to Mew for the patience to make everything happen yesterday. That was a wild adventure. Meta DJ absolutely slaughtered it last night. If you were able to go there, or Meta DJ, huge love. And then we had a video corruption file on a server, which was a new experience. Between the time that I was running on it and then, or sorry, Meta DJ to me, and we went through quite a rabbit hole of adventure, didn't we, Sin, last night? My goodness.
My biggest takeaway is you. I don't know what to do. What's happening? Make, and then me. Make. Just breathe. We're gonna get through this.
So I really appreciate those who hung out and came back through. And I did. I stayed up after we finished and I took everything apart, the admin tools, everything into place that might have been attached, but also just locally talked to, HP. And then we went through and had Minotaur give us a server. And then ultimately we switched to Sin server. What an adventure. And it's, no matter how much you can prep for or figure out, there is always something. But it was pretty amazing to be resilient, and I think it was just like a really great lesson for, even if it's not for us, but for everybody else who builds events. It's like you can do everything right, and at some point there is something to figure out. And how do you have enough checks and balances in place to keep things moving? Like it was such a, and again, I don't know that we've gotten down to the bottom of how the video files were corrupting into the server, but it was pretty neat to get everything recovered and figure it out. Sheesh. But it was an adventurous evening, my friend. And now I am also doing my favorite thing, which is packing till we go to the end.
Yeah, you have a big adventure coming up this coming week. You and the family IRL. So, and yeah, just for like, I mean, I think we did very well last night. I mean, not many individuals will sit down and take the time to fix it as we did. Like and it kind of felt like the crowd, like we. From Meta DJ playing to the transition into the technical issues, like we had like 32 people like in world, and then like as the time was passing during like our technical issue break, like people were like going away and stuff like that, going to do other stuff. But then the moment we got it back up and running, we just started seeing everyone pour back in. It was actually very nice. It kind of felt like maybe like a live event where like first performance comes in, yeah, party, 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 and then it's like, okay, let's go get some lunch, or let's go do some parkour, and then it's like, oh, the party's back on, let's go back.
It was definitely that. I think it was an incredible show of teamwork, like, and problem solving. And it was amazing to have you there and the other people who came in to help us, and then to figure out these different levels and to have the ability to go from one server to a second server, and ultimately yesterday a third server, till we got everything clean and operational. God, but I mean, I'd still love to get to the bottom of some of it from our side. Definitely on our one server, there was clearly the video. I guess it was like a video error, but either way, it wasn't generating the video to our server or my server. And then what are the quickest ways to go through it? But either way, just in case, last night I took out the deprecated admin tools and added the new ones, so we should be moving there. And it really just goes to show you need a backup plan. every time you're gonna go do something and you think everything's ready to go, you need your check downs, and also not to rush mashing buttons. That was another one. Do not just go starting to change your codexes or your, you know, how much your resolution of files, and just work through the problems one space at a time. But I'm super proud, like in you and the squad, for making it happen. That was awesome.
For sure, for sure. And I do see Kim's hand is up. Hello, Kim. Welcome back.
Hi. I was just saying, you don't have to go through it during this space, but let's connect on Monday with Dr. Krillo just so we can learn what happened and see if there's anything on our end we could learn about or tips we can give, whatever. So let's just keep that loop going of what you find.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing, Kim, is it really wasn't Decentraland. I had Decentraland running phenomenally clean X, Twitter, abstract on 2 machines. We did speed test. It was literally some sort of video corruption that was happening running towards my server that was reset. But then, it just wouldn't give us a nice solid connection. And the way we do it, particularly with Sin running his server and then my server connecting, so that way we could have different DJs connect and disconnect without losing the stream or the energy, or having people restart. And it was, so there were a lot of lessons to take. Like, one, even though we, I in the background could not get going, Sin was still able to still play music, correspond with the event, and ultimately we did go to server 2 and just use Sin's server directly. Now, the admin tools and I think we already know the answer to that, like the admin tool needed a update, that happens with all of it, and I think that's a good lesson to just every so many weeks or whatever to just update those admin tools, so you might be able to jump into servers correctly. But outside of that, I think it was really just a good lesson in a team working together and figuring stuff out. Like, it was, I'm super excited, and keeping your blank together, and still the show must go on, and find ways to make it work out. Just huge kudos to you, Mew, for keeping everything rocking.
I'm coming to the conclusion that in Web3 we need a backup plan for the backup plan.
This is the big truth. But yesterday had nothing to do with Decentraland, ultimately, and it had everything to do with how video files were somehow getting written to one particular server.
And Kanessa, I thought I saw
Context in case. Oh no, I was just saying, glad it wasn't on us. Obviously, always that I'm happy to hear that, but even just a learning in case it happens. We know so many people are starting to do events with the Jumpstart program, so even if there's a learning that isn't like the platform, always good for a few people to know ways to work around it so we can all help one another. But totally cool. Thank you.
Well, Kim, I'll tell you, I have not been so happy to pay $100 for a server in a long time, because that's what saved us ultimately. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, like, for all the community Jumpstart friends, I know there's some new faces jumping in, like, and I've just been trying to connect with some of them, like, hey, like the streaming is a fun challenge for those who do weekly events, and so, like, I don't know, I've volunteered Sinful more than once to be like, hey, I know you got your stuff figured out, but personally, I benefit from having a plan B or plan S for Sinful. So yeah, if anybody's here and like listening, I think it is good just to like know that you can reach out to people, because if I was doing it and didn't have Sinful to like help, oh well, I mean, you're gonna have to help me with this week. Sin, like getting that.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, I mean, it's intimidating and it's new and everybody's gonna try to figure it out at once, so it might be a little harder to get the answers right away that we need. But there is help out there.
We'll
Yeah, I'm
get
going
you
with
up and
definitely
running.
have multiple friends with servers, you know. We even borrowed Crypto Minotaur server for a hot second until we ultimately went straight to Sid's server. So it was a triple Lindy of server extravagance. But you know, sometimes things go wrong. And I think finding ways to problem solve with the people around you to make things work is the critical answer there too. You know, find your people, find your why, and work through difficult issues. Don't give up. I mean, I was definitely on the fringes of giving up last night, let me tell you.
Yep, for sure. And Ganesh, I like that you've been it's like, oh, you need streamer help? Well, talk to my stream person.
Yeah. I mean, it, you know, like if I think some of it they'll figure out on their own, but like, you know, there was the one person, their backup plan was to use voice chat in World, and it's like, no, that's not gonna work. So for now, we gotta, like, I don't know. It's just so much easier to try to like figure it out ahead of time. It's so scary hosting an event. Like for me, at least, the few times that I've done it, and like, well, like Mardi Gras, where that was really like the event that I was trying to do it, make, I did my live DJ premiere event there, and so that's way more scary than, just like doing something that's routine every week. So you have the fear on top of the tech issues. So, doesn't, if we can break down some barriers, like, we should break them down. There's no reason to just let them sit out there.
I think and just sometimes, no matter what you do, but checks and balances before you get going. Like, we did a test with Meta DJ on the same server that had a video file corrupt. I had already logged in and tested my stream, and it worked great on my side when we tested. And then we run the test with Sin running and somebody running a secondary server, to make sure everything's aligned. And sometimes that doesn't work, and having the patience to work through stuff when it's intense, because you've got a bunch of people there who have given up their time to be there, and you're like, okay, don't do your best not to freak out, and I'm glad I didn't put any holes in the wall to the house I'm leaving. I kind of wanted to, but checks and balances, right? Like, as much as you can to get prepared. I mean, I think checking back in on your scene and just making sure everything's working is always a great way to double check things. And I guess if I had any like background thought about it, going backwards, it's like, okay, if you needed to update the admin tools, or if there was an issue, right? If you're using server 1 and you want to be able to jump, make sure that's been cleared off the list as well.
Well, and I think deploying your build way, with plenty of time ahead of the event is such a good idea. I mean, personally, I'm usually like 15 minutes before the event starts. Like the people make it to the scene before the scene shows up. That's like, I don't suggest that to anyone, but I'm working on it. It's getting better. But I think especially the way that the scenes are rendered, I noticed for Art Week, like they would load so much better after like 12 hours of being deployed to land. So like if you're somebody listening in or listening to the recording, try a few things. Try like put your scene out there, see how fast it loads, jump in, and then like come back a day later, and at least like all the like materials and textures that I was placing, they loaded so much faster the next day. And then the scene in the distance too, because like for that one collaborative art project where we don't own those 5 parcels of land, so we didn't have a choice. We had to like border it, and we couldn't make it, like, we got it as close to each other as we could. But when I first placed it, you couldn't see the whole quote at once. Like, you would look to the left, and then those images would render, and then you'd look to the right, and those would render. But as soon as you looked away, they would go out, like, off of the screen, and it would have to re-render it. So I was like, oh shoot, like this is not gonna work. But then the next day it worked fine. I think it just needed some time to process. So yeah, like deploy your scene like at least a day in advance, just to kind of like let I don't know the technical part, but even the map, it shows up on the map after it's been there a while. So because it was kind of cool to see, like, to watch on the map of the CBD Plaza and like watch it slowly, like the roads would appear like the day after I deployed it. It was like, this is cool. It's kind of looking good.
Oh my God, I'm so happy that Kim is requesting to come up to speak again because I wanted to ask her something.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally exited the space and then lost my speaking privileges. I was gonna say, yeah, and if anyone's deploying a new scene, especially if you're hosting an event on it, ping Dr. Krillo and he could do like a gut check or give you like a, hey, have you tried this or whatever for like optimization ideas. But if you're gonna need help with stuff, like definitely try to do it not the day of, just because, you know, we might be in a meeting or something. So the more time you give us, we can be able to help at a much better rate. So at least 24 hours before, ideally 48 is the ask on our end.
And then on the whiteboard where they put that, there's like Canessa's name is written with a check. I know. They're like, why doesn't she learn? She's always the day of, like, freaking out.
48 hours, please. Then we can like have a chance, like if there's something that's like actually wrong, like we just have to give the dev team time if we need a hot fix or what, or we need the QA team to do it, but they have a ton of stuff on their plate, so I just need a chance to like fit it in.
Well, and I have to like give flowers to Dr. Krillo and Mr. J. I want to call him Dr. J. Can we just give him a doctorate degree for the heck of it? But like the two of them helped Argent so much with the screen challenge that we didn't realize it was an issue. Like everything was placed until we realized like nobody's ever put 5 screens in like super close proximity of each other, and now we're finding some new problems to solve. So I woke up to like 150 messages in the group chat of them trying to figure this out, and so they were awesome. So shout it out, let the word get back to them.
Yes, most definitely. And I wanted to ask you, Kim, if like the list for, and this is pertaining to the Jumpstart program, for all the all the communities that got selected, have you or has the team composed a list of all the events that? Oh, go ahead.
We're waiting. A few people have not sent us their date or time yet. It was due by Friday. So I want to get it out. I would love to get it out on Monday, Tuesday, but I need all the community leads to send us their final date and time. I think we were waiting on a few more, but yes, it'll absolutely go out. That's the only thing we were waiting on. So if
By
you
any
haven't
chance,
sent the date and time, let us know. I don't have it in front of me.
I was gonna say, by any chance, am I one of those people?
I don't recall, but if it's your beyond the NFT, like we know when that happens. It's more so people that didn't have a set date and time, and we just didn't know when it was happening.
Okay, sweet. Because, like, I mean, I definitely think it would be a good thing to kind of like that list to have, at least as far as this space goes, because it's a good way to, you know, give some shout outs, show some love for the upcoming events and, you know, the community jumpstart program. It's, you know, one takeaway that I got from our meeting. I believe it was you, Kim, that said it, that you know, it's very important for us to work together and be one big team, just like, you know, just doing different things. So that you know, that stuck with me, Kim.
Yeah, definitely. I think like this is very much a rising tide. Like everyone's trying to do events. Like what are we learning works for events? Do giveaways work at events? Do they not? Is the same event every week better than an event that changes every week? I don't know the answers. Like, let's try it and figure it out and learn from each other. And I think there's a lot that can come from that. And like, we don't have the capacity as a foundation to do all of those tests, but we have people that are interested in different things. Like you guys doing the party every Friday. It's like, okay, I know what to expect every Friday. It's an awesome party. There's DJ, there's a vibe, there's a giveaway. Like, okay, that's the expectation at that event. But She-Fi will have like a totally different type of event, and let's see what that looks like. And then Lashstrom's doing that game building type stuff. So like, I'm really excited to see how each of them progress and grow and what we can learn and share across the groups. It's kind of like being in a, oh my gosh, what's the word I'm thinking of for art? A cohort or like, no, a commune. No, I was thinking more like a cohort or a class or I don't know what the heck they're called for art. I'm like totally blanking.
Like an artist collective?
Yeah, like a collective, whatever. But like you're all together trying it at the same time and learning from one another. And I think that support system will be key. So yes, we will be definitely from the foundation side be doing marketing for all of those events as soon as they're finalized, individually and as a collective.
Kim, can I ask you a question? Just because I am now into packing insanity. I sent over a doc, before other things happened, and I didn't know if you got a hand of it or if things need to be changed. So we all get it.
I haven't
get
read
our
it
boats
yet.
aligned.
It is on my list to read Monday.
And Kim, would you like to drive with me and the dog across the country next Saturday? I would love you to come join me. We will have so much fun driving 26 hours. I cannot wait.
I already did that when I drove to California with my dog in the car. So enjoy that. Good luck. I hope you have some dog anxiety meds. But it's a fun drive. Get the playlist going.
Oh my gosh. You guys. Oh, there was something I was going to say. Forgot it. Oh, I know what it was. Speaking of events, like the problem we should be trying to have is that we have too many events for hours in the day. And I think we're getting there. If you look at the event page for today, there's CBD right now. And then in 1 hour, there's Cheery and the Impossible Dimension. In 2 hours, there's DJ Lost Cat. In 3 hours, there's Mr. J Stickle, Community Live, question and answer. 5 hours, ABC Decentraland. 6 hours, Meta Tribe Plaza. 8 hours, Austin Duchesne. And I think you could sleep after that. But it is like a busy day. I know also in today's lineup, Viva La Calaca and Studio Imagine to Create is interviewing Mary Shark. I believe that's in half an hour. And I believe that's also in Espanol, in Spanish. So I love Viva La Calaca. That one is coming up in 26 days. Like, it's just so awesome that they create an event every year in Decentraland. So yeah, we have a busy day. Saturdays, Sin, do you remember Saturdays used to be kind of sleepy? There was like CBD in the morning, and then I don't know if there were any other events. There was something at like True Band.
There was True, yeah, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, after that, it was like, all right, everyone, go along your day.
We probably were like healthy, and we actually probably went like for walks in the woods back then. And now it's like, no, I can't touch grass on Saturday.
You got to do it before CBD. I already did my 2-mile walk. I'm ready.
I used to like snowmobile cross country ski trails before CBD spaces up in the mountains by myself. Like I'd get up at 4 a.m. to go like snowmobile with this 600-pound groomer behind me before the sun came up. So by the time I'd get to the spaces, Sin was like rolling out of bed, and I'm like I am jazzed. I am like ready for the day. But kudos, you got your exercise in. I think that's important. Like, we got to stay grounded and healthy throughout the digital process.
Yes, I remember. Go ahead.
No, you go, Sin.
No, I was gonna say something dumb.
How do you know I'm not gonna say something dumb?
Because you can actually pronounce the word that I was gonna attempt to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I brought up the snowmobile word.
You brought up the snowmobile word.
It's okay.
No.
We listen, we don't judge.
All I was going to say is I love seeing all the different events and the variety of events. It is one of the things that I think Decentraland does best when I think of like our unique selling points. When people say like, what are the best use cases of Decentraland? There are so many good use cases, but I think our events is one of the best, and that ability to like connect with people live across the world is one of my favorite things that is happening in Decentraland. And so just seeing more variety there has been a lot of fun, because it's just giving a lot more opportunity for people to find their people, as I like to say. I think our events help you do that. So thank you to all the event hosts. I think it's been awesome lately.
The best place to party on the internet. That's what I like to say. I think for those who are in the program, last night after we finished challenges, whatever, but also like a captain's log. I made like a Kirk captain's log last night of all the things that went on, good, bad, and different. And I quite enjoyed myself writing a Captain Kirk's kind of experience.
I can only imagine how that went down. Day one, captain's log. I think that's a good idea. Wasn't it Sir Degen that used to do a metaverse diary? And he would do that. He would like write about his journeys through Decentraland.
Yes, I remember the Sir Degen stories, diary stories.
Well, I also learned if you update your scene, it resets the your views, your visitors, and everything. So I finished everything. I'm like, oh, Sid, I'm glad you got a lot of pictures.
Wait, if you reset your scene, it resets the photos that are attached to you?
Not the photos, but just like the data points we get from the land manager.
Oh,
it seems that they reset. That was a new data point to me.
Gotcha.
Hopefully I captured everyone that came through. I don't know if there were some times where I was distracted and someone came by and I didn't take a picture with them.
We have that data on our side if you need anything, Meek. So just reach out to Dr. Grillo. I would say I am trying to work on ways to make that more visible for everyone. So it obviously all has to be built, but I'm working through that with the team.
I think it's good. I got spammed. I think it's going to be really interesting also to just see like those data points from your side versus, what we do have access to currently with the land manager, just to see like, hey, is that, there's definitely there. And it's been a great barometer, at least to see from our side, the land manager stuff. But we had a really, really interesting new group of users last night. And I think just in general, I think everybody's been seeing, or at least I hope, that new users are coming. I think Art Week was a huge success inviting new people in, Kim, because I really feel like I saw some more unique names than we usually do.
I don't know if I'm supposed to share this yet, but I just will. We had almost 500 new users jump in for Art Week, which was huge. That like stayed in Art Week and like checked it out a little bit. So that was awesome. A lot of our ads have been performing really well lately. We've like kind of found our flow. We're still optimizing a bunch, and I think you all have seen we're hiring a growth lead. So someone to come in and really like amp it all up now that we've done a lot of testing. So definitely 100% seeing more new users in World. I'm meeting new people like every hour, going in, greeting them, welcoming them to the platform. So if you see me just chilling in Genesis Plaza, that's what I'm doing.
That is amazing. And yes, I have to agree with what Mick said. Even with the hard data that you just presented, like for example, just looking in to the La Cantina right now, the event that's happening right now on Decentraland, We have Wheezy Darling here, that like just roamed in. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Like, what's happening?" Um, and this is like really cool to see. So, and really happy to like see that people are returning as well. Um, and yeah, the team is doing a great job. I was gonna make a point, but I forgot it. Go ahead, Kim. I see your mic unmuted.
Well, I was just gonna say on the returning part, this is where I think you all are doing a great job because um, we are seeing an increase in retention, which is awesome. So, like the fact of we track day 1, day 7, day 14, and day 30, but like we really focus on that day 7 because I think that's the most sticky point. Is like we don't want to be a platform that you have to come into every day. So day 1 isn't as big, but like within a week, did you come back? And I think having events, that event board where you could see things and events on the page, they'll be like, oh, I saw stuff today. Maybe nothing was going on today, but tomorrow that looked cool. So having more events is the opportunity to like capture them for that week 7. So that's where I think the community is doing a really good job. So those events and having interesting builds that they stumble onto is what makes them come back. I was like, my job is to get them in. But having them connect with other people and like have something cool to do, that's where we're definitely seeing an improvement. So shout out to all of you for that.
Yay, we're part of the retention department.
100%. Like, just so we're clear, like 100%, I think meeting members of the community is the number one reason people come back.
I think it's when they meet Jim Cedric, who just joined us down in the listener panel, who is our rock, our anchor, our lighthouse, our shining hero. Once they meet Jim, they have to come back. Like for me, that was it. So, hi Jim. I just have to shout out.
It was just meeting him. I mean, for me, I tried one of his burgers from the grill, and that's what sold me on Jim. I'm bullish on Jim. And I just want to kind of reset the room a little bit here, because I do see a lot of new faces, as well as even like friends that weren't here earlier and are here now. Make sure to like and retweet the space, and also join us on Decentraland. We're at La Cantina with about 11 other individuals just enjoying each other's company. So yeah, join us. Coordinates -150, 93. And yeah, we are streaming this space in world as well.
And may I just take an opportunity to shout out Metaryuk. I did pin a tweet at the top, but I'm sure everybody has seen all of the pictures, the traveling pictures, the Singapore Token 2049. That is such a big event, like in the crypto world, the Ethereum world. Like, I wanted to be there. Mariana and I had like dreamed, like, we should do that. We should go there. And, the dreaming is a lot different than making it happen. However, one of our own was a speaker at the panel, Metaryuk, and I just feel like we don't even talk about it enough that we did have a presence there, and it was so awesome. Yeah, so just got to give Metaryuk flowers. Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, he actually spoke on 2 different side events. So how this came about is over time we get invitations to a million things, and obviously it's not cost efficient or useful to be flying everyone all around the world. So if opportunities come where we have an ambassador who has gone through our media training and is open to speaking opportunities, which Metaryuk has, we reach out. And so I was like, hey, no one on our team can be in Singapore at this time because we're planning for DevConnect, but we have an amazing ambassador. Can we have them take our speaking opportunity? They said yes, so we pitched that. And then another one came up and they were like, if you happen to have anyone around, and I was like, I do. And so we put him on both of those panels. So it was just a really good use case for the ambassador program and just letting us know, like, hey, are you willing to speak on stage, go through some media training, and just have it in our back pocket when we get opportunities that you make more sense for than us. So that's how that came about. But yeah, he did an awesome job. We helped with some prep work. And yeah, it was great.
Kim, if you have a list, add me to it.
All right. Well, I'll get I'll work with Dr. Crillo on a list of people. We're gonna do a revamp. Sorry, with all these other programs launching, a revamp of the ambassador program, and like I'm thinking about how it can incorporate greeters in World to meet new people and just like levels and all this stuff. So that's a big one on my plate, but I wanted to get Jumpstart and some of these others done first. But hopefully early 2026 at the latest, I'll have a revamped ambassador program as well.
I know in the past we've talked about like just having a lineup, because sometimes we don't think about these conferences throughout the year, and then all of a sudden they're like there and it's kind of too late to plan something. But I know like Art Basel a few years ago, CK, Odd Job, a lot of the people that attended kind of did their own grassroots organization and meetup. So that would be really cool, just to kind of keep that on the conversation, on the loop. I don't know if anybody's going to Art Basel, if they're doing anything this year. Like ETH Denver was amazing. I want to go back. I plan on like going back. I want to go back and build something in the build-a-thon with like other Decentraland people, and I would love to have that like kind of planned, like plan it out a little bit before, it's just it seems like such a cool opportunity. But yeah, like Sin, I know you've talked about Art Basel. Are you curating a community meetup?
I don't know about curating. Wait, baby here, baby, make. Would this fall in line?
We are. We brought the Meta Beast party to New York. Pinch and I ran down, and we got to hang out with Master Wayne's, but we had 50 people come on the hottest day of the year, and we all got together in Canassa and ETH Denver. I'm really hopeful we could put something together, and I really hope we can bring the Meta Beast party to Art Basel. With everything going on in my life, I'm trying to organize and keep all the different parts. There's a lot on the plate right now to remain successful, but we are trying to work it out. I've told my wife already I'm going. She just keeps looking at me, shaking her head, and usually that means it's going to be okay. Funny enough, Kim, I had to have Mew on the phone with me while we were doing our estimate, so my wife was nice to me. But yeah, I really hope me, Pinch, and Sin can continue to bring the MetaBeast party to these major events, New York, Denver, and Miami, because we did meet a ton of new friends. We had some great giveaways, and we streamed it in World. I think the next steps would be to find a way to really get everybody to work together. But I think it really continued the story of what we do. The MetaBeast party roams, and we're here, and there was a lot of support and love in New York that I was so shocked about. I'm sure Pinch could talk on it more, and I think every time we go out as ambassadors and we bring the fun to people, people can then realize the fun can keep going every week, So I really hope we do go and do it.
If you guys do something, let me know. We can chat about how we can support you, at least get you some swag to give away or whatever. We'll figure something out. We are not planning something big for Art Basel, but if you do figure out a community thing, we could chat more about it. We are doing an event at Dev Connect, if anyone hasn't seen that post. So we have a venue for a party. We know there's a big Decentraland community in Argentina, so it seems like an obvious opportunity. It's also the same dates as Music Festival, so it'll be our IRL component of Music Festival, which will be really cool. We've never done that before. So really excited to see that. It is led by Gino and Regenesis Labs, and we are working like 50-50 on all of that and how we can help. They are doing most of the organization and planning because they have a team on the ground that can do that. But if anyone is going, obviously let me know. We're doing a party and then also a community like VIP dinner beforehand, kind of like we did in Denver as well. I will be going.
You're going to be at Dev Connect or Art Basel?
I'm going to be at Dev Connect.
I might have to put this on my schedule. I haven't seen Kim IRL since 2022.
I know, it's been too long.
Kim, is there a place for people, like if they are going to be in Buenos Aires, to connect? Like, I think that there was an Eat Denver chat set up. Like,
I can set up a channel if we think some people are going. I could definitely set up a channel. I can work with Causa to do that. We also have, because we've done events in Buenos Aires before, we have like a guide to Buenos Aires and all of that we can reshare with people that may be going for the first time.
Let's see. I would say bring a neck rest for the flight and something for the jet lag. Well, no, that was acceptable jet lag, but you definitely need like the recovery kit for conferences like that. So I think we should just have like under eye patches with Decentraland logos, so that when you wake up and you put those on, you're like, okay, love Decentraland. Well, good. If we hear of anyone, we will send them your way for that.
And the Luma for the event is in the Discord announcements. So just make sure you're signing up to get the tickets to get in.
You know what might be really cool? And again, I'm sure somebody has it, but maybe there's some sort of projection, maybe not a projector kit, but some sort of screen/projector kit for events where it's like, hey, Kenji's doing a meetup in Japan and he's going to have a streaming thing going on, but he wants people to be able to communicate into Decentraland. Maybe we can access that kit for these different things. So there's a little less, because I think that's one of the hardest parts, right? Still to figure out that IRL metaverse meetup where we can stream in to our fam and our friends, but it'd be so awesome if there was like a kit, like, hey, Make, you're going to Eat Denver this year, grab, order the kit, request this, and there's like, whether that's a screen or if it's a projector, and a way to communicate, maybe a Mac Mini, a screen, and that, so we could just keep letting people know what's going on inside and outside the world. I know everybody, once they get IRL, they're like, let's all hang out together, but let's also keep reintroducing everybody to one another.
Yeah, I remember the party at Art Basel that was like we teleported it. We broadcast it into Decentraland. That was so fun because like Father Finn was right by the camera and he didn't know it, so we're all like staring at him in world. He was like giant on the screen, and we were wearing like the wearable that he made. Like he made a baby doll pullover, and he was wearing it in real life, and then we were wearing it in digital. And so I was like trying to send him pictures of all of us and communicate, and like that was pretty cool to do that. And that was 3 years ago or 2 years ago. I think 3 years ago. So we definitely should do that, like with y'all get your IRL swag and your virtual swag, the Mew hoodie, the Dr. Drip hoodie. What else do we have that exists both places? Rustan has a shirt that he's got the virtual and the physical. So got to work on our merch.
Mew stickers, Mew everything.
That's when I first met Mew. That was 3 years ago. Sheesh.
Bro, I still like am kind of like blown away at like how we met. We're it just Mew like coming into events and all of a sudden like we got Make like coming in hot, like, what's up everyone? And then like looks at me, he's like, what's up? I'm Make. And I'm like, wait, you're Make? I was just like blown away because I wasn't expecting to meet Make like just that randomly. I don't know. Miami's a big city, so for us to like just land at the same place, same time, like without even like talking to each other at all.
There were 5 of us on the plane to Buenos Aires Like it was wild. And Fancy found me. Fancy was like, well, because I was like waiting in this airport in Georgia, and this guy came up and read my tarot, and so I'm getting my tarot read, and then like I'm getting phone messages from Fancy like, "Are you in the Seed hoodie?" And I'm like, "Damn it, Fancy! I wanted to like sneak up on you, but Fancy snuck up on me." And then yeah, and then one after another, suddenly there were like 5 of us. And there's one person, I won't say who, but I was like, oh my gosh, they let minors travel unattended? Like, that person is younger than I thought. And maybe it was that moment where I realized I'm older than I think. But it was a vibe, all 5 of us.
You tried to sneak up to me on Eat Denver too, and I totally caught you. So there we go. I was like, "Oh hey, girl."
Yeah, I was like, how did you know it was me?
I mean, the Decentraland everything had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I know, and I had to hide my tattoo. I also had to hide my tattoo when Mariana snuck us to the sandbox event, and then I was like, the Sebastian's there. I'm like, oh gosh, we're infiltrating, and but then she goes out and she's like, hi, we're from Decentraland, and it was great time, great conversation. Okay, well that pause is I'm gonna do a little time check here, see where we are in our day, because our event is going strong and we have other events happening. I think the next event is still, let's see. I'm never gonna get the UTC time, you guys. 7 p.m. UTC is the Cheery and the Impossible Dimension. Sin, why don't you fill the dead space while I convert that?
Yeah, well, I believe in my mental conversion that may be 3 p.m. Eastern, so noon your time.
Okay, so right now it's like 6 p.m. UTC, so we still have an hour for that. I am so okay. What new events are you guys the most looking forward to? Because like, I'm looking forward to this Cheery one and what they're doing with like animation, stop motion, but then also the breathwork one. Like, let's see, the binaural. I'm gonna say it wrong, but the breathing session coming up later this week. I think that that one has the potential to actually possibly improve, our actual lives, not just our digital lives. So that's what I'm looking forward to. What are you guys looking forward to?
Kim, I saw your mic open. You can take it away if you like.
I was just saying, I was super pumped when I saw that breathwork one because it was not what I was expecting to see. And I think that's what's cool when we do like the open calls, because you never know what'll come. But our goal with picking, we had a lot more submissions that honestly we just couldn't fund to everyone, and there were so many good ideas. So I hope people continue to bring those in. But we were just trying to do like a really good range of like different stuff, and Cheery and the breathwork ones where I was like, these were 2 I was totally not expecting, but was really excited about. So I am really curious how those go and the attendance and what they bring to the table as not being our regular event hosts and trying something different. So I'm super excited about that. I see Lastrum's here. I'm really excited to see how the game building type of sessions go too. So yeah, that's stuff that I don't usually see as events that I'm excited by.
You can go, Canessa.
No, I was going to say, and you, Sinful, what are you most looking forward to of these new kind of event lineups?
Well, I mean, Kim just mentioned like the last term's events. That is something that I'm kind of curious about. I don't know if we can share too much. Like, I'm just in general, I will say I'm curious to see how the asset generation aspect of his event will come together and how it may, push the next generation of builders by just making, asset creation easier without trying to ruin anything.
I'm looking through the. Let's see. Okay, so it's Planet Angzar. That must be the one. I believe October 9th. Yeah, okay.
It's on Thursdays.
Yeah, that must be it. Sweet. I'm just seeing what else is here.
I'm also very excited for Shi-Fi to have like more organized stuff coming back in. I just saw the post and I think you pinned it here, Vanessa and Sinful, just about like a bunch of the Shi-Fi women coming in and they're just like coming in hot. They're like ready to build and I love it.
Yeah, and that right there, that is all Meta Wolf. That is Wolfie, just being Wolfie. That's not like nobody paid him to do that. Nobody like sponsored it. That's just Wolfie like literally being the coolest guy and just being like, here's land. Because I would offer, like, I would see Shi-Fi people coming in and I was like, here, you can build on my land. And then he was like, actually, I have a 10 parcel block that I'm just letting, like Shi-Fi grads use. So I was like, oh yeah, like I want them, like, it's so cool that they're building next to each other so that, when they pop in and they're testing their scene, there's a better chance that there's going to be somebody else like going through kind of the same Web3 experience, testing their scene. So man, yeah, that guy's a gem. Whatever we got to do to keep MetaWolf here,
He was
fed, watered.
Yeah, he was so sweet. He actually reached out to me right as the first like Shi-Fi person came in world, and he was like, "Hey, I don't know what your process is, but like I'd love to offer land, no cost or anything. I just want to help." And he reached out to me, which was so nice. And he was like, "I have a big 10 parcel area." So I reached out to the Shi-Fi team and was like, "Hey, we have a community member who's doing this like on their own goodwill. If you want to share." And so they shared it within the Shi-Fi course channels, which was awesome. And again, totally organic on his part. And just the two parts of that is like A, doing it, and then B, letting us know so we can amplify and like help put it to work, which I think was great. So I'm super excited to see them build, and they're all super motivated. I was actually, if you haven't seen, actually this is a great place to plug it. We are sponsoring season 15 again, and there are 2 spots for Decentraland women non-binary to join Shi-Fi this year. The scholarship went live, I think, yesterday. So if you know anyone that was interested that hasn't done it, Cadessa, I know you've done it, so you can speak to it, but there are 2 scholarship spots. Each one is worth $800, and it's an expensive program. So would love to get 2 Decentraland women through the program and into it. So make sure everyone applies. It has to be done in the next week and a half, I think.
Yeah, and I would suggest, I'm looking at the room. I see a lot of our friends are, guys, like, I don't, like, if you've got friends IRL, like, I had one of my good friends in the physical world. I was like, hey, I know you don't do crypto or Web3. I know you don't even know what that means, but like, you as just a person going through life, you might benefit from like just dabbling in this new world. Like, there's crazy tech, there's crazy opportunities in finance. And so I sent her the link. Hopefully, she tries it. But I would say just, it is, without going off on a rant that might feel feminist, because possibly people might interpret it that way, but like, empowering women empowers men. Like, it empowers the entire family, like not just the woman, but it empowers the entire community. I think that there's just so much that we can do together, and like, this class isn't just about like Web3, it's also financial. And so I think like financial freedom, financial independence for women, generally once you get married in a relationship, a lot of times like that, just you take second seat because there's so much to do, whether you're raising kids or you're going to your own job. And I just think that like that piece right there is so important, that like moms, we need to stay in the game so that we can teach our daughters how to be financially savvy and not just like, oh, I'm going to passively just like let somebody else be in charge of that part of my life. And so SheFi, like that was a surprise. Like I just thought it was going to be all crypto, and like having that kind of just financial part, I was like, oh, like this is really nice. Like this is awesome. So yes, pass that along. Can't recommend it enough. That's why you guys are going to see the SheFi stuff. I love it.
And Mary Shark and Crypto Angel are going through it, through the program through us as part of the scholarship from the last season. So want to make sure we just continue giving it out, because it's a big financial undertaking for an $800 course. So getting more of those scholarships to our community is really important.
Yeah, and then once you do the course, you stay. It's not like you're in season 14 and then you're done. Like you can keep going. Like now that I did 14, I can go to 15, and then when 16 comes out, like that right there is huge, because there's going to be probably different sponsors for each cohort. So I'm excited about like who the sponsor is. 5 cohorts from now, I might gain information because I did the leap. So like, Kim, I know you can't probably go and do it, but like, you need to do it. Like well, I don't know. Are you in the forums? Are you in the SheFi? Like,
I have access to it. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right. As long as you have access, you can get in there. Then that's good.
Yeah, it's really great, and we also have foundation members going through it too. So I think we have Issa did it last time, Romy, I forget who it is, and then this time we also have foundation members going through it with the community too. The goal being each season we want to have people that can talk about Decentraland from the community side and from the foundation side. So Canessa got a shout out last time. I think this season we're going to try to do the shout outs with Natalie, who was in season 14 and became a big DCL community member already. So just trying to give more examples. So last season it was very like, what can Decentraland be like? And this season I just worked with them on the course, and it's going to be taking like real screenshots of all the SheFi women that came in and replacing the deck with all the work that the people from last season have done this season. So it'll be really cool and very much more customized, which will be awesome.
I love that. And I think especially like with this cohort right next to Token 2049, and then there's also like the SheFi Summit in Brazil and the SheFi Summit in Singapore. Like I'm seeing all these pictures of IRL events across my timeline, but I'm like, what Decentraland is the one common denominator that like brings it all. Like if you can't go to those events, you can go to Decentraland. And so I think that right there is like just such a good way to bring Web3 together when you can't be at those real life events. If it's like you can't travel for privacy, security, like health reasons, just financial reasons, you can still meet up here.
And if anyone is coming to Dev Connect, there is a SheFi Buenos Aires. And if you're part of the Decentraland community, message me and I'll get you a ticket to that too.
Drive safe, Kim.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm heading back into the house, so I'm about to have kid mode, but wanted to jump in while I was doing my grocery shopping. So have fun, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
And I see Lastrom came up to speak. How are you, Lastrom?
Hey, everybody. I'm good. How are you?
Good morning.
Doing good.
Yeah. Sin, I appreciate you shouting us out. We're super excited about the event. And it's basically like a 6-month open hackathon, open source build-a-thon. So come build with us and also learn. And then we will be providing help. So it's 2 hours a week for us. So we're going to build for an hour, and then we're going to teach for an hour or be available for an hour if you have questions. And we're pushing the limits of Decentraland. So doing something no one else has ever done before with camera features and cat's out of the bag, but it's going to be isometric. So I don't know if anyone play video games where we're no longer using the WASD keys for movement. So I don't think we've done that before. So you're going to point and click, and your avatar is going to move inside Decentraland to that location. And Camera angle will be, angled and up a bit, sort of behind and to the side of your character. So super unique stuff that we're doing.
Oh, this is yeah, this is like very unique for Decentraland. What I'm like kind of picturing is like, just the RuneScape. Like you have the camera angle above the avatar, and then you click and move forward, or do your action.
Yep, Zelda, Diablo 3, RuneScape, League of Legends, stuff like that. Old school StarCraft, World of Warcraft, those type of movements, which would then free up the WASD keys for power-ups, spells, whatever. So super unique. There are some things that we are going to highlight to the foundation that we recommend they improve. And that's part of the process, is pushing the limits, finding the limits, and then working with the foundation to improve the limits and move the limits further. And so for all of that, we are giving away $25 a week for anybody that just comes to the event. You'll be entered in the prize pool. And then another $25 a week if you actually visit the scene and do the weekly quest. And then we have a budget. We're still figuring out $100 to $200 a month for people to come and build. So I'm reaching out to VFX artists. I made a post about it outside of Decentraland. So if you are in VFX, 3D modeling, graphics design, whatever, if you contribute to the project, you can get paid. And so we're building in public. We're going to bring everybody else along. If you even have a cool idea and say, oh, it would be really cool to have this type of area, maybe that's worth $15 to $50. I don't know. We don't know. We just want to build this along with everybody and sort of do something different in Decentraland.
So would this also like generalize movements to VR? Like once VR is out and you're using your pointers to like click and jump forward?
Totally. Yeah, it's super unique. Well, again, this is sort of like a third person, like isometric viewpoint for now, but VR could be super interesting with it. I think that would be a really cool use case too, to have it done in VR. But the other thing that I forgot to mention is this is being built on the largest piece of land in Decentraland. So through a little bit of research before we started this idea, we found out, and I think people were asking, the largest size world you can build. And we found out it's 57 by 57 parcels. So that's 3,249 parcels is the max. So that's what we're building.
And then with the timeline, because I know we've got the hackathon coming up real soon, and I know there's people who are coming in, they want to build on that. I saw some hearts coming down below, so they might want to do both. Are you structuring this in like, if I miss the first two classes, did I miss the boat, or can I join like halfway through and catch up?
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna work linear, or is it?
So it's definitely separate from the hackathon, but you make a great point, Kanessa. If you're doing the AI vibe coding hackathon in Decentraland and you're getting your feet wet with like maybe AI 3D model generation, like text to 3D model, right? And then you sort of turn the page and go to our Planet Angzar event and you're like, hey, Lastrum, I got a great idea for like a boss. And we're like, wow, that's sick. And you made it in 3D, like AI. We would pay you to use it in the game. That's what we're doing. So if you miss the first 5 weeks or then come in the 6th week and you have a great idea and you want it in the game, we'll compensate people for that. We're also going to be building 3D stuff too, text to 3D AI, using AI, showing people. So it really aligns well with an overlap in terms of AI, curiosity, and content creation. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome, because I know there's a lot of people that are kind of looking for jobs in Web3, looking for jobs in 3D modeling. So this is that sounds like a great way to get in, get their feet wet, and explore the options in what.
And Yeah. So sorry that with that, not even just 3D modeling from AI. We're going to be using 11 Labs as well, which is like sound bites and voiceovers and sound effects, AI generated from text to AI. So if somebody, feels like they can't do 3D modeling or they just don't get the prompting for that, but they're really good somehow at like prompting AI voiceovers. Maybe they come up with a little NPC in their whole voice dialogue, and then we use that in the game. So it's kind of like we have an outline of like the direction of the game, and we're going to be building. And if you want to help with us, go ahead and do that. If not, you just want to come and hang out. The one unique thing is the event is going to be held in the world we're building. So on Thursday, it's a blank world. The very next Thursday, there's probably going to be more in the scene, and we're going to move. It's really cool. We're moving the event around the world. So maybe the event, like all the chairs and the screen, will be in the wooded area one week. And the next week, it'll be in the marshy location of the map. And maybe the next week, it'll be somewhere else. And the whole scene is going to be live around you, kind of like in the Matrix, like the desert, like is real or whatever they did, with Morpheus and Neo. It's going to be like that.
That
So,
sounds amazing.
I just wanted to jump in to kind of get a confirmation because Toxic Waifu was asking about the size of world parcel, the biggest that you can build on. Was it 57 by 57 last room?
Correct. We have tried 57 by 58 by 58, 56 by 56, and 57 by 57 is the largest.
Nice, and that's actually very, very new information to me, and to anyone that I've spoken to in the past that I said, oh, you could build it on your DCO world with 90,000 parcels. I have been incorrect this entire time, everyone. Let it be known on a recorded space.
Yeah, we found out it was smaller. A little secret, when we built In-World Builder, it was like 42 by 42, something obscure. And now it's more obscure. It's just larger, 57 by 57. So you can't deploy more than that. That's what this whole point is finding different things, tips and tricks, and seeing how we do it. And it's great, Canessa, you're doing your event and teaching people in your your style, which is fantastic. And if people want to come over, we can dumb it down or ramp it up. But showing people like the way this camera stuff works, full screen video, forcing people to sit down in an empty chair and not being able to move, like doing things beyond like the traditional moving with the WASD and clicking with the mouse. Now the mouse is really going to be like used for directional navigation and things like that.
Yeah, I think that like multiple approaches is going to be that's the recipe for success. Like I kind of want to call my class like building for grandmas. Like there's a few people I've talked to that are like I think they are grandmas, and so I'm like, okay, how would I teach this to my grandma? So it's definitely not like for people that have like deeper understanding, like but man, if we can get people walking and then get people running and then get people leaping, like that's the piece I think we've been missing for a while, is just like making it super friendly to build here, no matter what level you're at.
Yeah, and if somebody misses your event or another class, by all means, don't feel like, I wouldn't say threatened, but like not welcome to come and ask your simple question. We want to help people build because the tool sets, I know we complain about them, but for me, I am really like, I don't have a degree. I never took a course. Decentraland to me is the easiest way to visualize your creativity, whether it's programming, 3D modeling. It's super easy. So if we can get people to get their aha moments, whether it's moving a box across or clicking a box and it disappears, or a full-blown NPC dialogue with animations and stuff, we will answer those questions. So that's what the 1 hour is. So we have 1 hour to build, follow along. We actually have something cool we built where you can text like in in Decentraland, and it will go to our stream server, and it will come up on the screen. So it's not the DCL chat, which is something different. So if you're watching on Twitch or Twitter, you can still see what people are saying on the live stream, because we're going to be live streaming. You can switch between a few of our team members, like mine or Meese or Dogman, and you could switch the screen, but it'll still be the same chat. So we're doing something different. We want people to come along, and if you just want to hang out, we're doing it. If you hang out for 10 minutes, you get entered into the giveaway for $25 a week. So take 10 minutes, come stand in the scene, and be entered for that giveaway.
Do you have a link or a Twitter, like an X post or something that we can post up above?
I'm terrible at this, but yes, I posted the Planet Angzar. I think you were mentioning it earlier about the event. That's probably the best one to go. I think, re-quoted it with the week 1 giveaways. So, each week it's going to be different in terms of the in-game giveaway. So week 1, join the stream, $25 potential. Week 1, in-game participation is join our community. That's all you got to do. Then you'll be entered for the $25 giveaway. Maybe week 2 is $25 for the stream and $25 for completing a simple quest, which is part of our game, right? Like helping us identify how we put down a resource or a loot treasure chest. And maybe one of those is where you'll get entered in if you click it.
Nice. We're going to need more event schedules. We've got so much going on. How do we keep track of all this? But let's see. I think the event page. So if anybody is listening and they want to learn more, go to the event page. And I guess I assume everybody knows how to find that. But decentraland.org, and then you'll find events, and then it's all chronological in the order that those are going to appear. And it's also just for new friends, it's a good way to find the events, because sometimes they're in UTC, and so I missed more events just because I didn't get the time right, and it actually tells you how many hours are coming up, especially with daylight saving time coming soon, which I think every event planner has PTSD for daylight saving time when that hits in the US. So thank you. Look forward to seeing that and what the team builds and everything that comes that way. And I think there's a lot of people that are, looking for just different ways to explore Decentraland from artistic side, but also just little ways to earn money here and there. And they exist, from the contest that Foundation has to your giveaway. So hopefully people take advantage of that.
Yeah, appreciate you letting me come up here and speak. I would say join the community in Decentraland. That gives you auto entry to Thursday's drawing. And then maybe get your feet wet with Meshy AI or some AI 3D tools, so you could join any one of the weekly sessions that we have for the next 6 months and be like, yo, Lastrom, here's a cool plant or a wall or a bucket or something, right? Everyone has heard of Angzar. We're building a prequel to the Angzar Outpost. So continuing the storyline, reusing some of the old stuff to have a through line to the Angzar Outpost. So we want people to come in and hang out, learn, ask questions. Outside people of Decentraland, inside people. There's money for grabs if you want to help contribute, whether it's just participating or by actually content creation. So just stay tuned, follow CBD, follow the events page. And we're looking to do something unique, and hopefully it works out, and hopefully we get the foundation on board with a couple changes that would really take this to the next level in terms of doing things differently in Decentraland. So we're excited, and I just want to say thanks for having us up, and we hope to see a lot of you on Thursday, because we're going to be building something really cool.
Thank you, Lastrom. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lastrom. I'll definitely be there on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, I mean, that you definitely pick a great time for me. I'm off work. I'm relaxing. I'm on Decentraland. So, the least I could do is head over and support, show love, and even like maybe try to get some people there as well. Make, did I see your mic on mute? Oh, we'll pass it to Lastrom and then Make.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say, Sin, like, Mies, anybody that doesn't know Mies, he is part of like our NFT community, but he's been in Decentraland. He's our game designer, product manager. So what we're doing, his stream on Thursday will be like basically master planning 205 acres. We did the math. 3,250 parcels is 205 acres. So maybe you have no idea what you want to do, but you're like, hey, it would be really cool. Like, I play a lot of video games, Diablo 3, we take a lot of inspiration from. Maybe Mies, it would be cool to have like a wooded area. I keep mentioning that, or like a marshy area. And so those little tips and tricks and helps will get you compensated. So, it's not going to be a lot. Maybe, like I said, 15 to $50 here or there each week. But like being a part of that and just sort of joining and being like, let me think for just 5 or 10 minutes, right? And then that'll hopefully snowball into you being like, wait a second, maybe I could do this because I'm really good at coming up with something. So would challenge you to figure out like, hey, I could really master plan a game level, So we need everything, not just like programming, 3D modeling. It's like, this should go here, or you should talk to this NPC. So excited to see you there.
Make, did you want to add anything?
Not from Lastrom, because Lastrom's, I was probably more a question when he was talking about joining the community. I was just wondering if any of the people who've started a community have been able to start getting pictures to come up from the events, or what we might need to do to get people's photos up. I know there's a way to switch to like, for people to switch that photos are public, but I haven't seen them populate yet, and I was wondering if anybody's had success. Sorry to derail the conversation.
Wait. You're talking about? No, it's good. I mean, it's good. It's good. What? Can you say that again? So pictures.
So basically, I'm pretty sure that once we're fully operational with the, like it shows the event that's coming up in our groups, right? And we have our chat, and there's a place for photos, and I'm just trying to figure out how people start sending the photos from the party or wherever else into the group. I'm pretty sure that that's there, but I haven't figured it out. So I was wondering if anybody did, and Lastrom brought it up, and while I'm packing all my crap, he brought up the community. I'm like, I've been dying to know. Has it?
So are you talking about like when you look at your community and you look at pitch photos, you don't see photos there?
Not yet. Also, right in the beginning, when we first really started the community thing, I know that voice chat was coming. So I was like, okay, until I know what's going on, I'm going to make this. And Pinch is laughing at me right now, I swear to God. But I made it private, not to token gate it, but just in case we did get the audio features, we knew who was in the community at first. And then when you go to switch it to public, it won't switch over. Here nor there, but regardless, so when you go to the photos tab, I don't know how to get people's photos to come in from the events.
I see my photos, but I don't see yours. They do have to be set to public, and I was going to let Lastrom up, and I hit remove from space. So let me get him back here because he was coming up.
Oh, you removed them from space? This may be bad.
I know. Well, why is
because from doing
right next to the
from doing that, you essentially ban him from this space, so he can't join back.
Okay, but X needs to be a little more flexible on a Saturday morning than that. Let's see.
Just rugged.
I do. Am I rugging?
No, I meant I know how you feel.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, he says to tell you, Make. There's a few issues with community stuff. The dates are also wrong for events. Correct on event page, but wrong on community page. He's let Dr. Krillo know. So I'm sure there's just going to be some things like that back and forth. But I hope I didn't 86 him from the event.
So are some people having luck with getting photos to populate from events, like while it's going on, and then they come into the thing?
I took pictures at your event yesterday, so let me go try to make those public, and then we'll find out. Or did I? Oh, I have a lot of pictures. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I have lots of pictures that are public at your event, and I do not see them on your page. So, yep. Can confirm that is not working.
I definitely want to switch it to public from private. I mean, of all people, Pinch is like, why do you do things like this? Make it. I'm like, I was just being careful. But I can confirm currently we cannot make that change. See, that one was for you, Pinch. I see you there.
Okay, question. Can you see the pictures of La Cantina for my community, or let's see, because I can see them, but maybe you can only see your own. Maybe it's something like that.
You know, if I had to be honest right now, all my computers are turned off and all my wires are plugged in everywhere. It was more a question. I can't. I'm not allowed to turn on any computers anymore except pack crap up.
You know what? We got to keep you compliant with the boss, and we are not gonna go down that road, Make.
I gotta tell you, you should have seen, I literally had to call Mew and be like, I need a mediator so we can finish doing these spreadsheets and reports to make sure they're right. And then everything went great with Pants.
All right, let's see. Sin, we might need to figure out how to undo the remove the speaker.
Yeah, I can't help you there. I mean, we've done this in the past, and the only thing that's worked is just starting a new space.
Oh, okay, I see. Tomorrow, it won't be permanent ban. It's just
You just booted him from here.
Yep. Let's see. Well, and I gotta go soon. I did message you, but I'm not sure if you saw it. I gotta jump out of here, but since CBD is hosting, y'all can keep going without me. Let's see.
Yep.
Let's see if there's a setting. Adjust settings. That's too bad. I can't believe they just hasn't anybody ever fat fingered the request button before? It's right next to each other. Oh well.
Oh well. And just to answer the question you asked, Meg, yes, I do see the photos in the community, the CBD community, but I don't see them let's say for Beyond the NFT or for the MetaBeast roaming party. Even though I did add some, I have added some or made some pictures public.
Yeah, I went through and made a bunch public as well from Parcel. So, again, I know everything's a work in progress. I really do think as the community pages grow, they're going to be such a great resource once they're flushed out. And I'm just excited to let people see what's going on, right? If you miss a party, see the fun you're missing. FOMO's a real thing.
On that note, I'm going to drop down or my kids are going to eat me alive. Guys, I got to recommend Taylor Swift, The Life of a Showgirl. The movie came out in theaters last night. Go see it. It was amazing. Take your kiddos.
My Pants and the kid and my daughter are there currently with 6 girls, and my job is to be packing. Yeah.
Then you need to get packing.
I'm packing. I'm totally packing. Nothing's plugged in except this phone.
You're on the space with us. You need Good luck with that. I hope you have packing peanuts and boxes and everything.
Movers Monday, sanity dwindling. Love me some Decentraland family.
Yep. All right. Well, Canessa's gonna jump out of here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, Canessa. I'll probably keep the space going for some closing thoughts and stuff like that. Unless anyone comes up to speak, or Make remains up here with me to banter. But yeah, I guess I could start winding us down depending on what happens next.
All right. Well, I will just do my closing thoughts and then leave all the work to you. Thanks everybody for being here. Yeah, busy day today. Lots of events all day long. And then throughout the week, we're gonna actually. I was thinking what we should have done is hire somebody in the whole process just to do scheduling. I want to say Father Finn, how he did for a few weeks, those cool advertisements of what was happening coming up during the week. So I'm gonna tell Finn, drop out of college and come do scheduling for us. Such a better choice. Maybe not, but that's it. Love you guys. Have a good week. Be safe. See you next week.
Oh God, it's funny you say that, because this whole week I've been thinking, should I just quit my full-time job? No.
I think don't quit your day job. I think.
But for 6 months.
There you go.
All right. See you later, Canessa. Thank you. And as I mentioned, the speaker panel is open to anyone that wants to come up and speak, share anything, talk about anything that they're excited about, or just banter with me and Make. Shit, Make. Last night was a crazy one.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, a pinch just jumped up because I see a pinch, but it was. I'm so impressed that we got to rock. We ultimately went for 4.5 hours yesterday. Sheesh.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the technical issues tacked on a hour and a half or so, I would say, and but that's kind of bringing it back to the group of individuals that we are around. A lot of friends. It was we're having these issues, and they were just being so patient. It's just work through it, guys. We're here. We'll still be here once everything's going. We thought once we made the decision for you to stream directly to my server. We thought that was the catastrophic moment that was gonna just kill all the energy. But our friends definitely did not let that happen for us.
100%. And I think also, it just as far as checkdowns go, I think there were a lot of lessons there. I know 100%, and I think I've got a way to at least test it. Make sure in your checklist of things to do, right? Test with DJ on server 1. Then we test with your link, but also test admin tool with Second Wallet to make sure that you can generate a secondary option, right? I think that would have been a quicker way to deal with things that I thought was going on.
Yes. I think yesterday's antics is what is pushing this list forward and showing us the things that we need to look at for sure. After everything was fixed, we even talked about it later on yesterday, that of different things that we could have done, and that way we could just eliminate the time in between of like, brainstorming and freaking out, and just be like, all right, this doesn't work, next step. Doesn't work, next step. Okay, do this, do that. Boom, it's working.
Don't change the codecs of your video files and do not lower bitrate. Solve issues. We know these things work.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. I have no clue what Twitter just did. It like booted everyone off the speaker panel just now. I mean, for me, it was I looked down at my phone and my Twitter space just stopped. And yeah, I was wondering what happened, but looks like the CBD account is still holding the space strong. I think we have just eliminated all the energy that we had left for today's space. Lastrum, I see that you are back in the Last Slice account once again. We're so sorry about that. Like Twitter is super stupid, and like will like there's the accept speaker to speak button, and then there is the remove person from space button right next to each other. And Canessa just happened to fat finger the wrong button. So we really do appreciate that you came back. And we want you here, man. Like that was not intentional. Yeah, I guess since I'm the only speaker up here, I'm going to just wrap up the space and yeah, we can get to the next event that will start in about 20 minutes. So I think we're making good time. Meta Beast, thank you for being here. Inception, I see that you've been listening in on the space. Thank you. EA, welcome. If you haven't joined Decentraland yet, EA, make sure to do so. Head over to decentraland.org, and there you can download the client and check out the open metaverse platform that we love to explore here in this space. Oh, I just seen Miss Joe Durr came back. Miss Joe Durr, thank you so much for popping into this space. I'm just doing some final thoughts here, final shout outs for everyone. And you definitely deserve a shout out. Oh, she gone. Never mind. Shout out over. Flex Lil Pudgy's photography. What? hold up, homie. Yo, Flex, we gotta connect. If you're a photographer. Yo, Flex, let's connect. My boy Make is a photographer as well. Always love to speak with photographers. Um, Old guy, love you, man. Thank you for your time. Judas, thank you as well. Last drum with the last slice. Make sure everyone to head over to the Last Slice event on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. The name of the event is Planet Angzar. So yeah, check it out. And VM, thank you for your time. Thank you so much for your time. You have pulled up this morning, and I remember seeing you at the Meta Beast roaming party space last night. Yeah, like we see you, VM, and hopefully one day you can join us on Decentraland. We would really love to, have you join us and meet the rest of the family. So with that said, thank you everyone. Love you all. Let's see. I guess as usual, I'm gonna do the just a final recap of events that will be happening between today and tomorrow, and perhaps moving forward this week. Like we have Shiri and the Impossible Dimension starting in 20 minutes, as I mentioned. DJ Los Cat will be taking the stage in 1 hour and 20 minutes, so make sure to mark your calendars. Mr. J Stickle will be going live in 2 hours with the final session of the Mr. J Stickle live community QA and project help. In 4 hours, we have we have ABC Decentraland tours with Billy T Coin and Oddjob, which is also streamed to his Twitch. Billy T Coin is his Twitch name. 5 hours, we have the Meta Tribe Plaza going live. We have our neighborhood party with our resident DJ, Crypto Minotaur, followed by a show by Austin DeSheny over at Metaverse After Hours. And then tomorrow, in 18 hours tomorrow, I see something new. I haven't seen this before. Pixel Business Community Talk by the Helvidians. They'll be hosting that. 19 hours, they'll be hosting their Introducing Helvidia's Hub. Then we have U-Sponge in exactly 24 hours on Sunday. Then Monday, we have On Mondays with Mr. Dehinia. We have Mofia Mondays with Stony Eye and Rustan. And then we will finish off Monday night with an episode of Beyond the NFT. We will be having Aaron Luke come by and have a chat with the Mew for this week. So very excited. And love you all. Thank you everyone for standing by on my closing thoughts. All right, have a good day everyone. Enjoy your Saturday.